Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. This is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, and today the title of this video is A Caged Lion, Crypto Will Set Me Free. I am going to do the best job that I can today to not drop any F-bombs or do any cussing. That's not really my style, but I am worked up today, and I want to talk to you guys about something that is really on my heart. So as most of you know, I've been going through some trials and tribulations. Things have been interesting, to say the least. And right now, I am the caged lion, and it hurts. It's no fun. I'll be honest with you guys that are watching this video that have never had freedom from the 9 to 5. All you've ever known is working for somebody. Do it, man. I really don't. So just recently, I got basically a full-time position where I am working 9 to 5. It's salaried and commission, and so there is some freedom and flexibility to it compared to just a plain punch in a time clock type of a job. But at the same time, I've been having to get up at 6:30 Friday, fight through miserable traffic. In fact, most of my life, when I've ever had something that early in the morning or come home in like 5 o'clock rush hour traffic, I'm always telling my family, look at all of those suckers. And here I am being one of them right now, and it hurts. It's frustrating. Once again, maybe it's just because I had a taste of the freedom. I got every, and then having had a lot of it slip through my fingers, going back to it hurts. I think I liken it to if you were a lion that was born in a zoo, born behind bars, and it's just all you knew. You could probably be fairly happy. You could live pretty happily and get through it and enjoy yourself. But man, can you imagine being a lion born out in the Serengeti, born out in Africa, where you had the freedom to roam and to do what you wanted to do, and you got up in the morning and you hunted when you wanted to hunt, and you slept when you wanted to sleep, and you had all of that freedom. And then all of a sudden somebody comes along and scoops you up and puts you in a cage and puts you in the zoo. You would rebel. It's everything that I can do, even though I love the people that I'm working with. I love the gentleman. I'm working with a guy named Ryan Pineda, who's an incredible man of God. He's a credible real estate investor, and I'm going to learn a ton from him. It is still one of the most difficult things that I've ever done in my life, to get up every morning at 6 in the morning, drive 30-40 minutes into the office, sit there doing what I do all day from 9 till 5, and then fighting that miserable 5 o'clock traffic all of the way home. Folks, I say all of that to say this: we got to get free. I'm getting free again. I even have my own sister who's like, oh, I just love you, Brad, and I hate to see you going through these tough times and blah, blah, blah. I sure wish you would just get a job and not have to be so stressed out. Even, people that care about you want to hold you down and just keep you in that 9 to 5, because that's what we're drilled. Every day that we're alive, especially as young, go to school, get an education, and get a good job. Bullshit. Fastest average, it's the fastest way to living an unfulfilled, miserable life. I don't know one person that works for somebody else and has for their whole life that really is living the life that they dreamt of when they were younger, that they believe that God put them on this earth to live. I don't think God put us on this earth to work 40-50 hours a week for 40 or 50 years of our life for some other person building their dream. So folks, what's the answer? Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can get wealthy in this world. But my opinion is that if you want to get wealthy over the next year and a half, and especially if you don't have a huge amount of money to seed your investment portfolio and to put into things crypto is the fastest and the easiest way to get freedom in your life. Folks, this YouTube channel is all about that. My whole life, I was looking for freedom and looking to help other people get it. I finally got it in my life. I created this YouTube channel, and a couple of years later have helped other people do extremely well. And then through some stupid, bad choices, I find myself exactly in the only place that I just cannot stand being. The good news is that it is extremely motivating. Extremely motivating. It causes me to want to get on here and share with you guys, because I know not only am I affecting your life by getting on here, life too, because we ain't doing this for very long. Once again, I love Ryan. I get shortened down into clips, but as much as I like Ryan Pineda and I'm excited for the opportunity that I have there, it's going to save my life in a lot of ways to be working there. It is not long term. 3 months, 6 months, freedom back, which hopefully, like I say, will be during 2024 sometime. So how do we get our freedom? If you don't have your freedom yet, or if you're like me and you're trying to get it back, how do you get your freedom, man? You can, Big 69, buddy, I feel for you. The only way you lost if you sold it, brother. So I will go on record as saying, when I earned my wealth in crypto, one of the only things that I did right was I did not sell during the bad times. Yeah, man, if you were buying it when it was high and then you got scared and you sold when it was low, then, man, I feel bad for you. But at the same time, that's the craziest thing in the world. And I see it happen every day, but it's ridiculous, man. Why, if you believed in crypto enough to place, would you sell it all when it's all? I mean, if you go back to the bull run of 17 going into 18, crypto had gotten knocked the crap out of it in 14, 15, and 16. Bitcoin had gone all the way down to, previous, all-time lows and in bad shape. And then it ran from 2,000 all the way up to 20,000. But folks, if you bought Bitcoin in 2018 at 20 grand, you were not happy in 19 and 20 when it went all the way down to 3,500 bucks. But if you hadn't sold in 2021, Bitcoin went back to 60 something, $68,000. So even if you bought it at its absolute peak, if you hadn't sold it, you would have a little over 3x your money. So, so Big 69, I hope that you get back in there. The good news is that you've got probably 6 months to possibly even, 9 months before I think we're going to see the massive market moves where Bitcoin reclaims its all-time high and gets back up into, crushing through 68 and on its way to 100,000 plus. I think you got a solid 9 months to be accumulating at some pretty incredible prices, and also learning the skills, folks. The neat thing about my particular situation is, with everything that I know, you could drop me in the middle of the next bull run with zero crypto and a handful of thousands of dollars, and I will turn it into several hundred, if not $1 million by the end of the bull run, because of all of the skills and the education that I've gotten. So Big 69, I still see a crash coming. I would tend to agree with you. I would love to be optimistic, but when it really comes down to it, I think it's way more likely that we drop back down to, the low 20s than it is that we continue up and go into the 40s. So I'm going to be happy either way. I know a lot of folks are rooting for it to go up. I got to be honest, in my own personal, situation, it would be a blessing in disguise for me if crypto were to tank and go down into the 20s or even back into the teens. I mean, at this point, nothing I would rather see than a $10,000 Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd be ecstatic if the market crashed down to 10,000. As long as if it was just going to start going up from here into full-blown bull market, that would be fantastic. But if it's just going to sit in this $35,000 range for the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months, I would rather it crash than just sit here at 35,000 and go between 30 and 40 grand, because I want to be able to accumulate as much as I can in the next year. You know, I am not putting myself through getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and going into an office and working for 8 or 9 hours and then fighting this traffic on the way home, just so that I can survive and pay my bills. I'm doing it so that I can buy into as man, I don't notice I keep always ending up with some internet connectivity problems here in my car. I'm just sitting out in front of my church, getting ready to go into church. Wanted to do this quick live, but step one is to get started. Start building a portfolio. Start studying into what cryptos you want to buy. If you're new to crypto, stick with some of the big ones like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but then you got to branch out, especially if you don't have a huge investment. If you don't have a huge nest egg to invest, you got to branch out into some more speculative stuff. The good news is that a lot of tokens that are beaten down right now are not that speculative. There's a lot of stuff in the top 25, top 50 tokens that is going to do amazing during the next bull run, and you can get into it right now and probably position yourself for anywhere from 20 to a 50x in a ton of crypto. So biggest thing was I wanted to vent a little bit, and I just wanted to get it off my chest that this working, you know, for the man, working for somebody else, punching a time clock, even though that's not 100% technically what I'm up against right now. It's not quite that bad. It is not that fun. And I don't know how those of you that are watching this channel that have never had your freedom, how you do it, man. You gotta want it. They say, you know, when you want to be when you breathe, or you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe, that be successful. Enjoyed the heck out of my life, and I got complacent, and right now I want my freedom back as bad as I want to breathe. And so I am excited to show you guys the comeback from zero to millions. The title to one of my videos a couple videos ago, and I'm excited for 2024 to come back around and to show you guys my millions. Not because I'm excited to brag about me having millions, but hopefully if you're following me and you're doing some of the right things, you're going to have your millions too. By the time I've earned my freedom back, you are going to have your freedom too, man. And we're going to enjoy life, and we're going to learn. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. You don't get rich in the next bull run and then come 2028, you're back to working for somebody else because you screwed up like I did. So with that, folks, I'm gonna hop off of here, go enjoy a night of worship and church, and thanks for hopping on. Do me a favor, hit that like button, support the YouTube algorithm for me, man. It really makes a big difference. If you like the video, it really is helpful. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, if you listen to this rant the whole way through, please hit that subscribe button, man. Looking forward to working hard, grinding this channel up to 5,000-10,000 subs before the next bull market. Every sub is greatly appreciated. With that, God bless, have a great night, and we'll see you in the next video.